who I am. You'll never know who I am if
Echoes call from hollow halls, a voice that creeps and softly crawls. Time stands still, the air is.
This first video was uploaded by Bear with Hat on YouTube about a disturbing incident that occurred in Keller, Texas, about a guy leaving his friend's house. On his way, he noticed a car behind him. Not knowing whether they were following him or not, he pretended to enter the highway, but switched to the service road at the last second. Wondering what could have happened, he made a U-turn and pulled over only for the car to do the same. At this moment, it was obvious they were after him. The guy didn't have a dash cam, so he made do with his phone trying to get a plate number to report to 911. Thankfully, the vehicle is now in his front, so he's able to see whatever they were up to and plan his escape. The opportunity came when two passengers alighted from the car. Maybe they were coming to him or not. He didn't wait to confirm that, as he sped off from the spot immediately and was able to escape what could have been a nightmare. While that was creepy despite it being an encounter with a human being on a busy road, imagine it being with something you don't see. That was what happened in this video, posted by Scream and Shout, about an incident that occurred in the building of a driving school located in Puchong, Malaysia. It was late in the night with no one in the school except for two people who were said to be a couple who came in to pick a document. Both of them first hang around the school building, as shown on several parts of the camera, before they enter a large room which is said to be a cafeteria. There, they sat for several minutes gisting, not until the guy wanted to make an advance on the girl. She rejected it vehemently, and tried to leave the room, but the guy isn't ready to let her go yet. With the entry blocked, the girl resorts to sitting again, but with her mind made up that she won't allow what the guy wants, so the guy also sat behind her. After several attempts to make her understand went down the bus, the guy left the cafeteria for another part of the school building. The CCTV showed him entering an office, approaching the table, and was about to source for the document they actually came for when the first sign of unease occurred. One of the doors in the room moved slightly unexpectedly. The guy was alerted at this, but that didn't stop him from packing the books he came for into his bag as he incessantly watched the door. But the situation became more disturbing when the computers in the room just went on without anyone operating them. At this moment, the guy knew something was off, but he didn't know that he ought to bolt out immediately. He tried to know what could have operated the computers, But the moment he bent down to check, they went off, and the moment he stood up again, they were on. What could be creepier than that? The guy didn't hesitate to run away this time, and he was a little bit lucky, because the door closed shortly after that. Meanwhile, the girl also had her share of the trouble in the cafeteria she was in. She was busy on her phone when one of the heavy chairs just moved without anyone touching it. This was becoming so seriously dangerous, so she quickly dialed the guy's number, but no one picked it up. I think the paranormals operating in the building have shut down the connection. She tried the number again, but she wasn't allowed to, as one of the chairs nearer to her moved in her direction, the shock sending her to the ground. But it got more serious when she tried to escape like the guy did. The shock she experienced from the disturbing incident was so much that she fainted immediately. One would have thought that the guy ran out of the room to meet the girl, but the video ended with his whereabouts not known. It turned out that this disturbing incident had a much larger impact on the lives of this couple. A native of the area who knew about this incident later commented that the woman became crazy and got traumatized from what happened and now lived in a psychiatric hospital. Meanwhile, the man who ran away just went that way. He has been missing since and cannot be found to this day. While this next video didn't have such bad effect, I personally think it's because no one saw what happened immediately. Let's check it out first. Before moving forward, do me a favor and give this video a like, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers before August, and I also got a surprise for you once we reach 100K. Now, enjoy the rest of the video and watch till the end, because there's a hidden word somewhere in the video for you. Let's see if you can comment the hidden word correctly. Uploaded on YouTube by Paranormal Videos, and is indeed paranormal because what transpired here is unexplainable. What happened before the clip started wasn't known, but the camera was focused on a bunny darting around when a young girl came out from the house. It was later that this unknown apparition was spotted. How could two legs jog down the street without being attached to a body? Funny enough, the leg wore white trousers. Why did that kid even come out at such a late night? It was nothing but a mystery, even to conspiracy theorists. Imagine the small girl seeing such bodiless legs. Just imagine. This next video was uploaded on YouTube by a brave man named Jack Stevens. I called him brave because he is calm and not frightened despite what has happened that made him make a video. Jack was staying overnight at the famously haunted Biltmore Hotel in Providence and was relaxing when he began experiencing some paranormal activity in the room.
Okay, making a video. I'm here at the Providence Biltmore Hotel. I'm in room 1102. I'm making this video because it's like 2 in the morning right now. Just been sitting here watching TV, and the door to my bathroom in this room has slammed 2 or 3 times in the last half an hour. So I don't know why it's doing that, but
The doors were opening and closing themselves without anyone touching them. According to him, the incident repeats itself every 7 minutes, so he decided to record it. And just as he said, the door slammed shut with a force no breeze could muster.
for a couple minutes. If it happens again, then I'm going to catch it on video. If it doesn't happen again, then I'm going to set my camera down and try to just let it sit there and wait and catch it when it happens. Did you see that?
Here's another reason why he's brave. When such things happen, a normal person's instinct would be to escape that surrounding as fast as possible, but Jack did the opposite. He moved nearer to the source, trying to find out what could be behind the scene. Although he sees nothing,
I cannot believe I got that. There is nobody in this room except for me. That is the freakiest thing ever. There's nobody back here.
his experience generated a significant boost online with a series of debates. While some believe Jack's story and evidence is a work of editing, a significant portion believed that it was real. A viewer even narrated his own experience in that same hotel. And from here, we move to some disturbing camping experiences.
Right, so tonight I'm just doing a quick bivy bag camp.
This next video was about a YouTuber's disturbing experience while camping. Uploaded by the man Daniel on his channel English Woodman, he was out on a bivy bag camping. But that experience scared the hell out of him. With his backpack, video equipment, and some instant foods, Daniel went alone into the woods early in the morning. As he passed through the shrubs, he saw a used fireplace where campers who've been in the wood used.
It does get used, doesn't it? What a mess. Even over here, this is worse. That tells you a lot, that does there.
After walking around the bush for several minutes, he sat down beside a tree to have his lunch.
I like how that changes colour. I really do. But I couldn't justify that colour changing to buy a brand new one.
It was during this short period that he first got a sign of looming trouble with footsteps approaching him.
As well, so I didn't want to be tired, and it's going to throw it down Friday night as well. And rain camping is really good. Is that a badger? Hello?
He even tried to have a conversation, but he couldn't even see anything coming.
I hope I got that on camera. I really hope I did. Because if I didn't, and I'm showing this, people won't believe that. Just my heart's beating a bit quickly.
Then again, he began hearing much louder noise, as if a group of people were behind the wood.
And I mean literally walked past me. That is strange. And that is strange.
Daniel wasn't much baffled with that because he's still much baffled with the previous footsteps. He, however, didn't leave the place but continued his lunch with his instant noodles. But while he was enjoying the meal, the noise came up again.
There's that noise again now. Hello?
Daniel ought to just leave the woods and go back home, but he stayed till night, fully insisted on camping. But as time went on, he started having a change of mind.
Now, to be fair, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to make out like I'm a big macho man, because I'm not. It happened twice. One time I could accept it. Second time, it's a bit different. I want to set up. I really do. But I don't want to bail either. I don't just want to go. Just go home.
But he still stayed setting up his bivy bag and sitting beside a tree watching the noise again. According to him, it would have been better if someone was with him, but he knowingly set out alone, and he'll surely bear the brunt.
Right, so this is my equipment. What I'm going to use, I'm just going to set up and get on with night. Air mat, bivy bag, and then my 200 sleeping bag. I don't need anything too thick tonight. It's not cold at all. And then my trusty pillow. One of the best things I brought for camping, that.
And then again, the noise came up.
I've just heard the noise again, but not as much. I didn't want to turn the camera on, okay?
Although not as loud as it was during the day, Daniel couldn't take it anymore.
Like it in here. Everything's just telling me no, honestly. I'm actually breaking wind. I'm quite scared, people. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. I am quite scared right now.
Although he kept repeating that he was nervous and couldn't sleep in such a situation, Daniel still went toward his bivy bag and got in. But a few minutes in that position shaked whatever little courage remained in him.
I can't stay here now. I want to be a wimp. I don't care if people call me a wimp in the comments, but I can't stay here. I'm too unsettled. I'm nervous.
He had to leave the spot, something his viewers didn't blame him for. Who would even blame someone who exited a place because his instinct spelled danger? A complete opposite of that is this next clip, and luckily for us, the consequence was also caught on camera. This next video was uploaded by another camper and YouTuber on his channel, Camp Like a Bayonne. Just like Daniel, Bayonne went on the camping alone in the bush, setting up his wares late in the evening. Bayonne knowingly went into danger from the start of his camping because he knew wild hogs parade the place he camped on, and yet he didn't change his location.
Where I am now, normally I guess there are wild hogs hiding here. Not at this moment. I think they are still asleep somewhere, but it's about time for them to wake up. I'm glad I didn't pick this spot to sleep. I picked this spot to sleep, and we will see what happens in the night.
Late in the night, he set up his utensils to cook, and after a hearty meal, he went into the camp to sleep. But what followed was a disturbing and unexpected incident. Bayonne was in his sleep, but the camera was working, and what it captured was creepy. In the darkness were lights flashing toward his area. What looked like a mirage began to get closer. What could it be? Campers? Gangs using the bush? Or something more serious? Whoever it is, one thing is clear, Bayonne isn't safe. Then it turned out that it wasn't other campers, not gangs, but the law enforcement.
Beginnen met een heel vals lijst van verboden kamperen. Ja, gewoon vuurstoten verboden door mijn bosweg, dus dan heel gestresseerd of dat verbaal kunnen worden in de natuur.
It turned out that Bayonne's stealth camping was illegal, and he had to bail himself out at the police station. Could anything be more disturbing than getting woken up only to land in a police station? How did they even know he camped at that spot?
Guys, I got busted. I'm packing up my gear. I'm out of here. I have to go to the office.
Although he wasn't charged for any violations, the shock he experienced from the bust is enough for him to last forever. This next video only amplifies what the other YouTubers have been experiencing.
Oh, somebody's there. Somebody's there. So where's my frickin' light? Where's the frickin'... Hey! Oh my goodness, I thought somebody was standing right beside me. Man, I haven't even started to walk yet.
In this video uploaded by Jer Bear on his channel Exploring with Bear, he knowingly took his adventure to a whole new level by taking camping to a haunted town. This town in question was named Helltown, and was abandoned and later demolished due to paranormal events. The town, perfectly fitting its legend, is known for murderous Satanists and toxic chemical spills. Nestled in the Cuyahoga Valley in Ohio, there sits the eerie and deserted place. No people live in the area, living ones at least, but there are still remnants of the lives of former residents left behind. The whole town is surrounded by hazardous roads that seemingly lead nowhere. Locals believe this was done to confuse any wandering explorers, but the Helltown Church seems to have inspired the town's ominous name. The tiny white church is in the center of Helltown and is central to all local theories. Some say the church was a place of worship for practicing Satanists who still lurk around the closed-off roads, hoping to recruit unwelcome visitors. Others believe the town was evacuated after a chemical spill, which resulted in bizarre residents and animal population mutations. There even sits an abandoned school bus with legends of its own. The story of how the bus got back there is chilling. The bus carried a group of high school students to a ski resort near Boston. An elderly woman flagged down the bus, and in a panic, explained that a young boy in her house was seriously hurt. The bus driver, attempting to help, turned down her driveway and drove into the woods, hoping to revive the boy. When the bus approached the house, Satan worshippers swarmed it and sacrificed all of those aboard. The bus sat back there for over 30 years, standing as a warning to all who decided to venture into Helltown, Ohio. There was also a legend about a crybaby bridge in the town. According to lore, if you left your car on the bridge, you would return to find it covered in dust and children's footprints. If you listened closely, some said, you could hear the cries of a baby who was purportedly thrown from the bridge. Despite knowing all these about the town, Jared still was brave enough to visit. The first stop was the town's satanic barn. But on his way alone, Jared had begun regretting his decision to go.
I really don't want to do this.
I'm hearing noises all around me already. Is that whistling? This is insane. Oh my goodness, I thought somebody was standing right beside me. Man, I haven't even started the walk yet.
He hadn't even walked far from his truck, and he's experienced several things someone alone shouldn't be. He was alerted again when he started hearing noises coming from the barn door.
Oh man, I've got a chill like no other right now.
He finally got to the barn after their experiences, but nature isn't done with him yet. He was enjoying one of those graffiti paintings on the barn wall when he suddenly heard a footstep.
Hear the footsteps. Footsteps just came from up there. Shh, 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 shh. Oh, that's so loud. Shh, shh. There it is again.
The most creepy part of the story is that there's nobody in there apart from him.
Oh my goodness. I didn't see anybody up there. There was nobody here. There was nobody here. I feel like I'm gonna puke. No freaking way. Did that just happen? No freaking way. Hello?
Although he approaches the scene to make the sound, Jared didn't stay much to avoid the unfortunate.
I got my thing in my hand, guys. I'm ready right now if I have to be. Hello? I heard you walking up here. What?
And again on his way back to his camping truck, Jared got another ominous sound as if the paranormal being had followed him from the barn.
Who? Who? No way. Man, I am hearing crap all around me. That was like a hiss. I don't know if you guys heard it. That was a loud hiss though. You might have heard that. That might have been something more spiritual. I don't know what would have hissed like that. What would hiss like that?
Luckily, he got back to the truck safely, locked his doors, and tried to get some sleep. However, it wasn't that easy. In the middle of the night, someone or something tugged at Jared's truck door trying to open it.
Oh, somebody's there. Somebody's there. So where's my frickin' light? Where's the frickin'...
And upon setting up his camera again, a car can be found beside him from nowhere.
Hey! There's a car there. Hold on. Where's my keys? Where's the keys? Somebody was trying to get in the truck.
It turned out that he's been followed all the way. Although he didn't later have a confrontation with the same stalker, Jared got his gun beside him for any action, and luckily nothing else occurred until the next morning when he left. That was a haunted location. But when talking of a haunted story, does anyone hold more place than what happened to Kenny Veach? This next video was uploaded on YouTube channel Snakebit Mengi about an experience of a YouTuber named Kenny Veach. On one of his previous hikes to the mountains of Las Vegas, Kenny has spotted a cave and his narration of the cave was creepy. According to him, the cave, which he named M Cave, possessed a weird energy unlike any other cave he's been in, and the more he came closer to the cave, the more the vibration in his body.
I'll find it. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M, and it's about as tall as I am and kind of narrow, and it's stuck on the side of a mountain. So I hope I can find it again. And if I do, I'm going in there. I'm gonna put on my light and take my gun out and walk in there, see if I find anything. We'll see.
His fans, however, didn't believe that easily, and they want him to go and show them. While Kenny refused to go at first, he later succumbed, and in this video, he came back again to explore the cave. It would have been better if he didn't come back, but he did, and what happened next is creepier than anything you might think of. Kenny had a great time walking several miles in the canyon looking for the cave and picking pine nuts along the way.
Just came across these, and they have just opened and dropped gigantic sweet pine nuts, or piñon nuts, whatever you want to call them. And they are all over the place. And they're so sweet and delicious. There's flies all over. They're everywhere. They're just laying. It was the perfect time to find them because they're just laying all over.
Although he didn't see the cave, no one heard of him again after the video. Authorities who went searching for him only saw his phone at the mine where he started the video. Nothing else. Has he stopped adventuring? Or is there something more disturbing about his life? It was a comment from his girlfriend Sherian months later that later cleared the air. According to her, Kenny didn't have any accident and could have committed a suicide because he's been battling with depression for many years. And the sad part, he wouldn't take any medication or even see a doctor. He quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared, saying he wanted to see if he could sell his inventions and do what he called cowboy interior design for homes. He was not successful in getting the business going, and was running out of money after a year of not working. It would have been better if he seek for a job again, but by that time Kenny no longer wanted to work for someone else, and as his money decreased, he became more and more depressed. When Sherian confronted him on his suicidal behaviors, Kenny opened up more about his depression and his thoughts much of his life about suicide. Sadly, Kenny's dad also committed suicide when he was in his early 20s and could be a family curse. According to Sherian, he even mentioned doing it in one of the natural caves or mines in the desert where no one could find him. And since that time, Kenny would hike many miles in a day without informing Sherian. But when he couldn't be found on the third day of being gone, she had to call missing persons. Until today, over 10 years ago, what really happened to Kenny Veach remains a mystery. This next video was a scary and disturbing incident uploaded on TikTok by Ali, chronicling his experience while home alone. Ali's wife went to her relatives, but suddenly he began hearing a voice that resembled hers. It turned out that the ghost was mimicking his wife's voice. As if that wasn't enough, the door began slamming on its own accord. Despite being a man, Ali was so shocked about what was happening.
What the f***?
Even viewers who saw the Ouija board in his room have the opinion that he's the one who created the portal for such a thing to happen in his house. Just imagine what would have happened if he answered that call. While you're still on that, let's move to the next clip. This next video was posted by Marvin Carguas on his YouTube page about a video he caught on his Xbox One. Prior to the recording, Marvin has always been experiencing strange occurrences in his house at all times of the day, so he decided to record it. This time one of his niece's toys turns on by itself.
Shit ain't funny anymore, man. Fuck, dude.
While he thought he'd settled that by turning off the toy, Marvin went around the house in case there was any suspicious activity, but when on his way back to the sitting room, the light started swaying dangerously that he had to run.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
In this series of TikTok videos, Kaitlyn was the only one at home when she began hearing sounds from downstairs, so she decided to record it, but a single sound alone made her dash back to her bed, an act that couldn't stop baffling some viewers because how did she want to escape the situation with such action?
Oh my god.
Viewers believe she ought to call the police instead of recording because it looks more like a break-in than paranormal. But while Kaitlyn sat on the bed, both the entrance and bathroom doors flung open and then jammed again with as much force as it opened. And the footsteps also began approaching as if someone was coming towards the room. Although nothing happened after that, the shock was too much for Kaitlyn, and she had to move out of the house as quickly as possible. This next video was a Reddit post of a girl's room. The girl was on her bed for the night and was just playing with her dolls before sleeping. Then suddenly a doll on the floor started singing. This caught the girl's attention, so she had to check. But what happened afterwards was disturbing. What could she see that made her scream? What pulled her in? That's how mysterious it was. It would have been a different story if not for the interference of her mother. This clip creates a diverse perspective among Redditors. While some were really disturbed as to what could pull the girl and make her scream in that high-pitched voice, others feel it's a fake acting just because the mother didn't rush in and knew exactly where her kid was, from first glance. The mom seeing these comments also made a remark regarding the incident.
So for those of you saying that the doll is mechanical and that's how it moved, that doll is plastic, that doll is stuffed. I checked, I looked at Amazon. There's no way that thing should have moved like that.
While it's really hard to believe for some, I'm sure every one of us will agree that this next video is completely disgusting and disturbing. I don't know if there's other words to describe it, let me know in the comment after you've watched it. This last story was posted on TikTok by Dania Mohi Uddin, which occurred during a Ramadan night. It was around 4 a.m., and Dania was in the kitchen preparing suhoor, but 2 minutes after she went to the bedroom, maybe to pick something, she got a notification on her Nest doorbell camera that someone was at the kitchen door. But what can be used to describe that man at the door? Scary. His approach and what he's saying showed the man isn't normal at all, as he tried to break in, asking the house to allow him to rob.
Let me in forever, Nick. I'm the real one. I'm the real Uncle Dougie who created Power Rangers with Polly Meyer. I mean forever, bitch, I'll kill you. Let me in forever, bitch, I'll kill you. I'll show you my face, my divinity, and you'll never know who I am. You'll never know who I am if I show you my divine being. I'll show you my divine face if you let me in. I'll show you my divine face if you let me in. I'll show you my divine face if you let me in. Nick, let me in forever.
While this was going on, the family had quickly called the police to help. As for the guy, he continued speaking gibberish, making racist remarks and senseless comments.
Men in black always kill you first. Men in black always kill you first, bitch. I'll kill that fox forever if you come out. I'll kill that fox forever if you come out. I'll kill that fox forever if you come out. You hear me, bitch? I'll kill you forever. I'll kill you forever. Grow your dick, bitch. Show your dick and I'll shoot it out. Shoot it out, I'll kill you bitch forever if you come out. I'll kill you forever if you come out. I'll kill you forever. I'll kill you forever. I'll kill you forever. I'll kill you forever. I'll kill you forever.
The next thing he did was to ride away on Danya's daughter's bicycle, which was parked outside, but he only made it halfway down the driveway before the police caught him. If you're still watching, comment the hidden word sinister. No doubt the guy is mentally unstable because the police added that guy walked from Massachusetts to Connecticut where Danya was living. That was more than a day's journey. Even after his arrest, the incident still scares the hell out of Danya. And as for the bicycle, it was thrown away. I personally wouldn't try keeping that bicycle for my daughter because how did the guy even fit on it? What is your opinion about it? With this final footage comes the end of another episode. Which one among these moments do you find most disturbing? Let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. With that, I'm out.